Miss Janet here from the Stouffville Library, and I have a STEM activity for us to do today, and we're going to call this Help, It's Stuck! So I'm going to read a story, and then I'm going to give you some suggestions of something that you can think about and do. So we're going to start by reading this book. It's called Stuck, and it was written by Oliver Jeffers and published by Harper Collins. So we're going to see what happens in our story that is stuck. Okay. It all began when Floyd got his kite stuck in a tree. He tried pulling and swinging, but it wouldn't come unstuck. My goodness. The trouble really began when he threw his favorite shoe to knock the kite loose. And that got stuck too. Oh my goodness. He threw up his other shoe to knock down his favorite shoe, and unbelievably that got stuck as well. In order to knock down his other shoe, Floyd fetched Mitch. Uh-oh. Cats get stuck in trees all the time. But this was getting ridiculous. Floyd fetched a ladder. He was going to sort this out once and for all. Let's hope he's going to have some good luck. And up he threw it. I'm sure you can guess what happened. Uh-oh. The ladder was borrowed from a neighbor and would definitely need to be put back before anyone noticed. And in order to do so, Floyd flung a bucket of paint at it. And wouldn't you know, the bucket of paint got stuck. Then Floyd tried a duck to knock down the bucket of paint, a chair to knock down the duck, his friend's bicycle to knock down the chair, the kitchen sink to knock down his friend's bicycle, their front door to knock down the kitchen sink, the family car to knock down their front door, the milkman to knock down the family car, an orangutan to knock down the milkman, who surely had somewhere else to be. This is getting a bit silly. A small boat to knock down the orangutan, a big boat to knock down the small boat, a rhinoceros to knock down the big boat, a long-distance lorry to knock down the rhinoceros, the house across the street to knock down the long-distance lorry, a lighthouse to knock down the house no longer across the street. Here this friend is saying, "Hi, what are you doing?" A curious whale in the wrong place at the wrong time to knock down the lighthouse. And they all got stuck. What a dilemma. A fire engine was passing and heard all the commotion. The firemen stopped to see if they could help at all. And up they went. First the engine, followed by the firemen, one by one. And there they stayed, stuck between the orangutan and one of the boats. Firemen would definitely be noticed missing, and Floyd knew he'd be in big trouble. Then he had an idea and went to find a saw. He lined it up as best as he could and hurled it up the tree. Oops. And that was it. There was no more room left in the tree, and the kite came unstuck. Floyd was delighted. He had forgotten all about his kite and put it to use immediately, enjoying the rest of his day very much. That night, Floyd fell asleep exhausted, though before he did, he could have sworn there was something he was forgetting. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Everything is still stuck up in that tree. One of the firemen is saying, "Hang on a minute, lads. I've got a great idea." Oh my. Well, lots of things got stuck up in that tree, and how would you try to get it down? Sometimes we use different grabbers to get things. Here I have some tongs that I use in my kitchen to grab food, or maybe I have some other tongs that I use sometimes. These are a good grabber too. Or, do you know what this is? A clothespin. You can grab things with a clothespin. Or do you know what this is? It's very little. These are my tweezers. So you can grab tiny little things with tweezers. It depends what you need to grab. So your challenge is going to be to make some kind of a grabber. So maybe you can even look in your recycle bin and pull out maybe some cardboard tubes, or maybe you can go find a stick somewhere in your backyard or your front yard. Maybe you could use some Play-Doh to connect some things together. But I want you to use your thinking cap, your imagination, and see if you can design some kind of a grabber. And I want you to think about this. Could your grabber help Floyd to get his kite out of the tree? What would you have used if your kite got stuck up on a tree? How would you get it out? Would you start throwing things up and maybe get them stuck too? I don't know. Anyway, your challenge is to make some kind of a grabber and see if that grabber would be able to get a kite out of a tree. Have fun with that, and I will see you soon.